is up, guys, and welcome to yet another tier list video. I am your host, BC King, and recently re-ranked all of the normal type Pokemon from Gens 1 through 9, and today we are ranking every fire type Pokemon from Gens 1 through 9. So, yeah, hopefully better pacing this time because I had to rush the last part of that tier list from before, the normal type one. So, yeah, let's start with the Kanto fire type Pokemon. Alright, so Gen 1. So first up, we got Charmander, my favorite starter, so definitely an S. Charmeleon, not quite S, but probably a low A for me, so put him there. Charizard, definitely S, one of my favorite Pokemon of all time, still to this day, S++++. Mega Charizard, I love, but not quite as much as the original form, so it's also an S for me. Charizard Y is good. I'd probably say A tier because the changes are not really that good in my opinion, like the design of it. So put that in probably an A tier. It's still an A tier Pokemon. G-Max Charizard is it's good. It's really good. The design is really good, but I don't know if I prefer it over these, but it's probably still an S. So put that like maybe mid S. Vulpix, I like. Vulpix is probably a solid B for right now. Again, these might change over the course of the video, so just so you guys are aware, I might end up switching some Pokemon as the video goes on, so yeah. Ninetales, I've always loved Ninetales. It's definitely an A+ for me. Growlithe, I would say probably among the B tiers with Vulpix for right now. Hisuian Growlithe, I don't know if I like this one. I don't know. He's cool, but I think I prefer original Growlithe. I do, but we'll put him in a solid B- for right now. Arcanine, love Arcanine. Probably just below Ninetales, but definitely in the A tiers. Hisuian Arcanine, I actually prefer. Like, I prefer original Growlithe over Hisuian Growlithe, but I prefer Hisuian Arcanine over original Arcanine. So, not quite above Ninetales, but above original Arcanine for sure. So we'll put him in A tier. Ponyta and Rapidash, honestly, I don't really have too much to like about them, so honestly, probably a C tier. I mean, they're good, but like, they don't stand out to me compared to the other ones, so those are going in C tier. Why the hell is Chi-Yu a freaking Gen 9 Pokemon in the Gen 1 area? That's a mistake. We'll get to that later, I guess. But, Alola and Marowak, I love Alola and Marowak. Going from ground to fire ghost, hell yes. So, Alola and Marowak for me is probably an A tier, right above, Mega Charizard. Magmar is just, I don't know what I like about Magmar, to be honest. I don't. So, probably, I don't know, probably like a C-. I don't think he's D tier. He might go in D tier later, but right now he's going to be a C-. Paldea and Tauros, the fire type one? It's aight. It's aight. It's alright. We'll put it in, maybe C, right below these guys. It's cool. Like, I like the black and the red and the look of it, but, it's alright to me. Flareon, I love Flareon. Probably a solid B+. Not one of my favorite evolutions ever, but it's like mid. I like it more than some others, but I think, it's on the lower spectrum overall. So, still a B tier though. I do love Flareon. Moltres? I gotta say, I think Moltres for me is my least favorite of the birds. I still love him a lot, but I think I prefer Articuno and Zapdos a bit more. So, for me, Moltres is still an A tier, like a low A, but probably right below Mega Charizard and between, or above, Charmeleon. And, yeah, that's Gen 1. So, I'm gonna fix the colors because they are wrong if you guys haven't noticed. So, I will do that, and then on to Gen 2. Alright, so Gen 2, we start with, Cyndaquil. Not one of my favorite starters ever, but he's good. I'll give him that. Cyndaquil is probably a B. Probably right above, Growlithe and Vulpix, but not quite, as good as Flareon for me. Quilava is the same. I think I prefer Cyndaquil more than Quilava, honestly, so Quilava, I'm sorry, you're going in C tier for right now. We'll put you in high C+. You're good, just not that good. Typhlosion, though. Oh, I love Typhlosion. Not my favorite, final fire evolution starter. That made sense. Final evolution of a fire starter ever, but it is up there. So, I'll put him in A. I think he's probably, right above these two, but not quite above Ninetales. But he's definitely high up there. So yeah. However, Hisuian Typhlosion, I gotta say, I don't like this guy. His design is cool, but I just don't like him better than the original. I don't know why. Like, it kinda... I think him being like a... I don't want to say emo, but like a moody sort of Typhlosion in this form, I just don't vibe with that. I don't know why. It just doesn't feel right to me. So, I do love the ghost typing, though. Like, him being a ghost type now, pretty cool. But, I don't know. I just don't vibe with him. So, probably a high C+ for now, and that's all I can give him, because... Oh, sorry, hit my mic. I'm just not vibe with him. I'm sorry. I can't. I don't know what it is, but it doesn't resonate with me. Slugma and Magcargo, honestly, these guys for me just aren't memorable. I don't know why. I've never really liked them that much, so they're going in D tier. Sorry, Slugma and Magcargo fans. I just don't really like them that much. Houndour and Houndoom are okay, I would say. Houndour for me is probably, maybe mid-C. Maybe below these two, but Houndoom's probably a B at least. I do like Houndoom. Probably about right here, like below Cyndaquil and above, Growlithe, so, yeah. And Mega Houndoom, honestly, he's cool, but I think I prefer the original better, just by a little bit, but he's still good. So we'll put him next to original Houndoom in B tier. Magby? I don't think I really even... Honestly, there is nothing cool about Magby for me. There's not. Magmar has at least something, kinda, a little bit, but Magby, not so much. So, you know what? I gotta say, I'm putting Magby in the lowest D tier right now. I'm sorry. I see nothing about Magby that says, oh my god, this guy's cool. Like, no, I'm sorry. Entei, however, oh yes, probably my favorite of the dog Pokemon, like Suicune and Raikou. So yeah, definitely an A, and I would say he's maybe just above Typhlosion, but not quite above Ninetales, but he's definitely an A tier. I love Entei. My favorite of the 3 dog Pokemon, I believe. Ho-Oh, definitely one of my favorite legendaries from, one of my favorite classic legendaries from, like, Gens 1 through 3. So, probably an S tier, I would say. Probably above Charmander, but, you know what? You know what? No, he's going in like high S, because I've always loved Ho-Oh. I do love Lugia more. We'll get to him when that tier list comes, but Ho-Oh is also great. Probably one of the best like pairs of mascot legendaries is Gen 2, because like both Lugia and Ho-Oh are fantastic. But yeah, I love Ho-Oh, and that's Gen 2. So on to Gen 3. Alrighty, so Gen 3, we got Torchic up first. I've always loved Torchic. We're gonna put him in a solid B, I believe. Better than Cyndaquil, though. Better than Cyndaquil? I would say so. Not by much, by a little bit. So, B tier for Torchic. Combuskin, not so much. I like Combuskin, but I don't know. It's just a lot of the middle evolutions for the starters are usually not that great compared to the first and third forms. But Combuskin's alright. So, I'll probably say maybe a B tier still, but barely a B tier. So, probably, like, maybe about right here. I still like him, but it's just... It's the case for most of the middle evolutions of the starters, is they're always usually the worst form, because, like, they don't ever look that great. I don't know. Combuskin's alright, though, so he'll go in B tier. Blaziken, though, S all the way. Probably above Ho-Oh. I've always loved Blaziken, one of my favorite fire starters, with Charizard as well. Yeah, he's great. Love Blaziken. Love his fighting type edition. He's speedy and he looks cool. Like, I love him. So, S tier for Blaziken. Mega Blaziken, probably also an S tier. However, I don't think I love it as much as the original, but it's still an S. So, probably right next to OG Blaziken. Numel, I don't like this guy. Similar to Magby, there is just nothing about him that screams, I like this guy. So, probably above Magby, but definitely, like, really low D tier. Camerupt is cool. I love the little things on his back, the things that erupt. and the little blue targets on his side, but he's still just alright for me. So, I would say he's probably with Combuskin in like a low B tier, but probably above Combuskin. Actually, no. Put him like right here where Houndoom is. He's like a mid B. I think there are better like fire and wait, is there another fire and ground type? I think there is. We'll get to that when we get there. But yeah, he's cool. All right, so he's a mid B. Mega Camerupt I think is better honestly, but not by much. So probably another mid B tier. Torkoal. In the anime I liked him, but in the games, I don't know. He just never really clicked with me. I don't know. Yeah, he's just not really there for me, so, I would say probably a mid-C, maybe, like, about here where Magmar is. He's cool, just not, that's the thing, is, like, the Pokemon that are, like, in low C tier are not necessarily uncool, but there's just cooler Pokemon than them, so, again, we're ranking these based on other Fire-type Pokemon, not, like, other Pokemon in general, so, compared to other Fire-type Pokemon, Torkoal and Magmar just fall lower on the list. Sun Castform? Ooh, I like this guy. I love Castform. He's always been cool for me. So, yeah, I just love the whole weather thing about him. So, I'll put him in B. As far as where? Honestly, probably here. Probably a high B tier. I've always loved Castform's whole, like, weather thing that they've got going on, where he changes form based on the weather. I've always liked that, so that's a B for me. And then finally, Primal Groudon. Ooh, I forgot that he becomes a fire type when he becomes a primal form. I love this guy a lot. I do. Probably not quite S tier, but definitely an A+. Better than Ninetales? Not quite. Entei? Not quite, but probably above Typhlosion. We'll put him right there. So, Primal Groudon, high A tier. Love this guy. And that is Gen 3, so on to Gen 4. So you may notice how Gen 4 has, like, very little fire types, and, yeah, that's, like, a well-known thing about Gen 4, is that there was, like, almost no new fire-type Pokemon, but we're gonna still rank it, because why not? So, we got, like, what, 6 Pokemon here, or kind of 7, so we'll see. Anyway, Chimchar, I think Chimchar gets a lot of hate for, like, being one of the fire starters. I've always loved Chimchar. I do think Torchic and them are probably better, but I still love Chimchar. This guy's cute. So, probably a B, and I would say, honestly, better than Cyndaquil, but below Torchic. For me, I would say. But yeah, I've always loved Chimchar. I get the hate for him that people might have for, or the hate that people might have for Chimchar, but I'm not one of those people, so. B tier for Chimchar. Monferno is also pretty cool. Love this guy, but, again, the whole middle evolution always falls lower, so, as far as where, I'd probably put Monferno, probably above Growlithe, but below Camerupt. So, he's cool. Being a fighting type is cool for the middle stage, but yeah, just there's better ones out there. Infernape, though, definitely an S. One of my favorite Gen 4 Pokemon. Love Infernape. Probably just below Ho-Oh, but above the Charizards, I would say. It's good for Infernape. So, mid-S tier. Always love Infernape. Infernape! I can't do the sound, sorry. I cannot do Pokemon cries. I apologize. That was very, very cringe. Magmortar? He's alright. Similar to Magmar, but, just not a lot going on for him. You know? Not a lot going on. So, honestly, I'd put him above Torkoal, but probably, or no, here. We'll put him right here. Probably below Houndour, but above Tauros, Torkoal, and Magmar. Heat Rotom, probably my least favorite of the Rotom forms. I don't know why, I just prefer the other ones better. But, yeah, I like Heat Rotom. Probably another solid B tier for me. And I would say probably about here. No, sorry. Probably about here-ish. He's like a low B. I like him, but I think the other Rotom forms are probably better. Like, I do love Mo Rotom and Frost Rotom better than Heat Rotom. So, yeah, he's a solid B. Heatran is probably one of my, I don't know. I like Heatran, but compared to other legendaries, which we'll get to, I think he falls a bit lower for me. I think he does. the Fire Steel typing is very, very cool, but I just don't, like, when I think of legendary Pokemon, this guy doesn't really, like, get in my head instantly. Like, I think of, like, Lugia and Rayquaza and other legendaries, but Heatran, not so much. But he's still cool, so he's definitely a B tier, but probably lower than I would rank him, or how other people would probably rank Heatran, but he's still a B. So, we'll put him, like, maybe below Monferno, I would say. So yeah, I like Heatran, just not one of my favorite legendaries out there, but, oh, sorry, we got Fire Arceus. Okay, probably an A. A for Arceus. Let's see, I mean, I think every Arceus form is the same ranking for me, so probably an A. It's just their typing's different, but yeah, Arceus overall is still an A. But as far as where on A tier, I would say here. Yeah, probably a mid-A. Nothing too cool about him, but he is the god of all Pokemon, so like that's gotta count for something, right? And I've always loved him as a little bonus mythical Pokemon from Gen 4, so yeah. Alright, well with that said, on to Gen 5, my favorite gen! Oh boy, I'm so excited for this. You guys know I love Gen 5, but anyway, here we go. We got Victini. He's not really one of my favorite fire types out there, but he's probably a solid B. Honestly, you know what? No, he's probably a low B. I've never really enjoyed him that much. I never have, I'm sorry. So, yeah, honestly, probably about right here. Like, he's fine, but there's better fire-type legendaries out there, so, yeah. Alright, people hate Tepig. I kinda do as well. I don't like this guy. Like, usually I pick the fire starters for any Pokemon game because they're always the coolest for me. But Tepig, not so much. I did not pick Tepig. I picked Oshawott because he was cooler. Snivy as well is also cooler, but Tepig, just not so much. So, sorry guys, I'm putting him in C tier. I think he's just not really that great of a starter Pokemon, but he's still alright. So put him in like a maybe low to mid, or sorry, mid to low C minus. It's just, he's not that good. Pignite as well. Like, oh man, I wish Gen 5's fire starters were a little bit cooler. They are, I mean, it is a fire and fighting type by the end. That's cool, but like, we've seen that already, like, what, twice now? So, not that unique. So, yeah, Pignite is just a little bit better, but not by much. Emboar, though, is probably a B tier, but not really a high B tier, because, I think Emboar is probably my least favorite final evolved fire starter, just because, like, yeah, he's a fire fighting type, but by that point, we were so used to it. Like, there's nothing really, you know, he could have been something different, but they're just like, nope, do fire fighting again, because that's what we always do for fire starters, and nope, it kind of made it fall flat for me. His design, too, is just alright, so, he's a B tier, but probably a low B tier. So, probably below Victini and above these two, I would say, for right now, so we'll put him there. Pansear. Another just alright Pokemon, not really much love for this guy, so, C tier. And yeah, I will adjust the list once we get, further down, I apologize, so we'll fix that for Gen 6 coming up. Yeah, just Pansear is alright to me. Like, he's just another monkey that is a monkey. So, honestly, you know what? I would say probably like a high D+. He's just, also Simisear, let's be real. They don't stand out to me, you know? Like, they're cool, but like, compared to other monkeys that have been Pokemon, they just don't hit that hard, you know? Like, I love Chimchar 1,000 times more than both Pansear and Simisear and all the other monkeys from Gen 5, like Simisage and whatnot. I don't know, they just don't hit. I'm sorry. Darumaka, same thing, just don't really have memories of this guy. So, probably about here. I don't know. I think Gen 5 has a lot of cool designs, but a lot of ones that just don't hit that hard. Because there's like, what, 156 new Pokemon? A lot of them don't hit that hard, so I'm sorry. Zenform Darmanitan? I don't care at all for this guy, so you know what? That's a D-. Like, look at him. He's just a fucking statue. Like, I can't love this guy. I'm sorry. The Galar form of, the Zen form of Galarian Darmanitan, which is a fire ice type thing, maybe? This is really cool. I love this form, so that's probably going into high B tier. Probably about right here, below, cast form, but that's a really cool form. Again, fire ice, love that. And then OG Darmanitan, why is there a little thing coming out of his mouth? That's weird. Yeah, he's alright. The best form, I think, by far is the Snowman form, which we just talked about, but, OG Darmanitan is just alright. So, probably about here. I think he's a high C+, I would say. He's good. Alright, onto Litwick, a fire ghost. Ooh, boy. Litwick, for me, is an average Pokemon. The whole him being a candle is not that unique to me, but him being a fire ghost kind of boosts him a bit, but not by much. So for me, Litwick is probably, definitely above these guys. Definitely above Houndour, definitely above these guys. I would say he's probably the highest C+ right now. He's cool. I like him. Also Lampent, too. Like, they're about the same. However, Chandelure, oh man, one of my favorite Gen 5 Pokemon. This is going in S tier. I don't care. It's an S. Like, I adore Chandelure. The whole, like, him being a fire Chandelier and a ghost type, Pog. Like, great Pokemon. Love him. Definitely an S tier for, honestly, you know what? Probably above these ones as well. I would put him, like, maybe right here, below, Infernape. Heatmore, okay. Let me tell you about Heatmore. This is one Pokemon that I never remember. I don't know why. He's so forgettable. He is so effing forgettable, so... If I had an F, he'd probably go an F. I just don't like this guy at all. There is nothing about him that I like. He is so freaking forgettable. Larvesta? I like Larvesta. He's a good one. Probably a high C with the Lampent and Litwick. Volcarona, though, definitely an S tier. Firebug, like, come on, man. And just, there are so many Volcarona strats for, like, competitive play. Man, I've used so many of them, and they're all great, so, I think Chandelure is a bit better, but definitely an S tier for Volcarona. And then Reshiram, I think Reshiram's better than Zekrom, honestly. I think he is. Probably not an S tier, though. I do love Gen 5, but I think Reshiram is probably, at most, a high A+. So, we'll put him probably about right here. He deserves it. Not quite S, but he's right there. He's, like, on the edge. Alright. I'm going to fix the list. We can see the, ones coming up, and then we'll do, Gen 6. Alright, list is fixed. On to Gen 6. So, not a lot of good ones here, I would say, but let's go through them. Fennekin? Another alright starter. I think it's better than Tepig and Pignite, for sure. And Quilava. Well, no. Yeah, I would say so, but not by a whole lot. We'll probably put him right here. Fennekin's an alright starter. Not bad, but not great. Braixen was in Pokémon Tournament, if you guys forgot. That was an odd choice, but it was cool. But, yeah, honestly, I'm gonna be real with you guys. I think Fennekin, Braixen, and Delphox are all about the same. They're just, I don't know, like, they don't stand out to me, like, going from form to form. Like, I do love the whole wizard thing that Delphox has going on in the new psychic typing, like, not being a fighting type anymore, that's cool. But, I don't, you know what, no, take that back. I'll put him, like, a little bit higher, but not that much higher, probably, like, right here. But, yeah, I just think Gen 5 and 6 had some pretty mid fire starters. I just do, like... The other types were better in those gens, to me. So, yeah. Alright, we're missing Fletchling. I just realized that. I don't know why they didn't include that, unless it's, like, somewhere down here. No, it's not. Alright, so Fletchling is probably, a C-tier Pokemon for me. I don't know why I didn't include it, but, alright. Anyway, Fletchinder, probably another just average bird Pokemon, similar to Fletchling, so, we'll put him, like, maybe about... You know what? He's just so average, I think. I don't know. Like, maybe about right here. Like, Talonflame for sure is like an A. Or maybe a B. He's a B. I would say he's a B. Talonflame is probably about right here, I would say. I love Talonflame. Like, that's a good one. So we'll put him there. Litleo, he's cute, but I mean, is he really that good? Not really. Yeah, probably on the C tier for me. A lot of these are B and C just because they're not really that memorable, but yeah. As far as where on C tier, he is a lion cub, so that's gonna boost him a little bit because I love lions. You guys know, I love me some lions. We'll put him like maybe there. Wait, yeah, put him there. That's a good spot for him. Pyroar though, okay. You guys know I love the Lion King. I gotta put him like really, really high. I'm sorry. I love Mufasa. I love Simba. So he's going in A tier, or at least like a high B, maybe. I'll put him. You know what? I'll put him like maybe here, like very, very low A, but not quite high A. Female Pyroar is not that much better. Like, yeah, it's still probably a B, but it's kind of a bit lower for me. I would say about like right here, below Talonflame. It's just, again, not trying to like assault that gender. It's just this form looks not as cool as the male form. You know, that's just my opinion. So, just based on design, male Pyroar is better. And then finally we got Volcanion. I never remember this guy. And it's weird because he's a fire and water type. The first ever fire and water type. It was so cool, but like he was a mythical Pokemon and he was kind of forgettable. And his movie was just alright as well. I didn't really enjoy the movie that much. So yeah, to me, Volcanion, I'm sorry, is probably a low C. I just don't... His typing is so cool, but he's so forgettable to me. You know? Yeah, probably like right here. That's just... I want to rank him higher for his typing alone, but... Again, I have to base it off of like how memorable the Pokemon is, the design and whatnot, and other factors, and he just falls a bit low for me. So, sorry, Volcanion fans, but he's still a cool Pokemon, just not quite that cool. All right, well, on to Gen 7. Whew, okay, Gen 7. Things are getting good again. Here we go. So we got Litten, one of my favorite fire starters ever. I love this guy. This guy's going in like a high B, probably above Torchic and Chimchar. I love Litten. Like, the anime did him justice. Honestly, love Litten. Torracat, not as cool. Torracat's alright. Probably like a mid B. Probably above Talonflame and below this Darmanitan form. Incineroar, though, that's definitely an S. Fire Dark, like, come on. I think everyone thought he'd be a Fire and Fighting type, but nope. They're like, you know what? He's a Fire and Dark type, so that really made me like him a bit more. So we'll put him here above these Charizards and Charmander. But yeah, love Incineroar. The fire, what is it called? Bylay form of Oricorio, Oricorio, the fire flying form of it. It's probably my favorite of the Oricorio forms, but it's not really that great of a Pokemon. So probably another solid B tier. But as far as where, I would probably rank it, better than Pyroar, not quite, probably about here, I would say. I do like Oricorio. This form is my favorite form, but again, it's not that great of a Pokemon overall, so it's just good. Not great, but good. Salandit, it's a cool Pokemon, but I don't really, like, it's a fire poison type. That was a great typing, but not that memorable for me, but it's still a B tier, because the typing alone really does boost it by a lot. You know, fire poison, that's a pretty unique typing. So yeah, I would say probably below Oricorio, and then also Salazzle, is really not that much better. Like, I don't know, like, they're kind of the same for me. They're both cool Pokemon, but the difference in them just isn't big enough to, like, rank one a lot higher than the other. But yeah, they're still cool. So solid B's for those guys. Turtonator is a dragon type, and I don't really see him as a dragon type. I don't know, like, out of every dragon type in existence, this guy just doesn't resonate with me. He has a cool ability where he can, like, make a shell explode, or whatever that ability is called, sorry. But as a fire type, he also isn't that cool either. So, probably another C tier, honestly. I just don't see a lot of value in this guy. He has, like, no good value. So, yeah, probably a mid B, like, maybe about right here-ish, but yeah, he's just, for a fire type, he's alright. For a dragon type, he kind of sucks. Like, this guy does not, like, scream dragon type to me, so. Yeah, and then finally, Ultra Beast Blacephalon, the, fire and ghost type, or no, fire, I forgot what type it is, but it's partly fire type. This guy's cool. I love this guy. Probably my favorite Ultra Beast outside of, maybe Buzzwole. So, this guy is fantastic. I love him. We'll put him here, like, maybe, like, a low A. He is amazing. One of my favorite Ultra Beasts ever. Alright, well, on to Generation 8. Alright, we are nearing the end, you guys. Here we go. So we got Score Bunny. I like Score Bunny, but not as much as these guys, honestly. I think Cyndaquil is better than, but not quite Chimchar and the other ones, so we'll put him there. Raboot, again, middle evolution is kind of average to me, so probably like a low B at best. Probably about right here. Below Growlithe and above. Actually, you know what? No. He's below Combustion for me personally, but not, yeah, he's just alright. You know what? I'm gonna move Lampent to B tier as well. I think him and Litwick are probably B tier. And Larvesta, honestly. Yeah, also, you know what? I'm having thoughts now. Give me a second. You know what? No, keep Larvesta in C+. I think that makes sense. We'll keep him there. Alright, Cinderace. I love Cinderace, but, he's not one of my favorite final fire evolution, or starter evolutions, but he's still really cool. So definitely an A tier, but, probably a very, very low A tier. He's cool. I like him. Like, the anime makes him look really, really cool, but, he's a good final fire starter evolution, but not, the best. G-Max Cinderace, not quite that much better. I mean, the giant fireball is great, but, like, it doesn't do a whole lot to make him that much different, in my opinion. His ears get longer, I mean, okay. But yeah. So, probably another solid A tier. Roly-Poly is missing too? What the hell? Is he not a fire? Oh, wait, that's why. I think Fletchling was also not a fire type. I think Roly-Poly was just a rock type at first, until he evolved. So, sorry. Fletchling is not on this list at all. I'm sorry. Neither is Roly-Poly, because they're both just one type. But, Carkol? I kind of like this guy a lot. Like, probably a solid B for me. Yeah, probably about right here above, Pyroar. And also Colossal? Some people hate them. I love these guys. These guys have a cool feel about them. And they're Fire Rock. Like, come on. That's a cool typing. G-Max Colossal is not that much better, but also a B tier. Yeah, the entire line is pretty damn cool. I enjoy it. Sizzlipede? It's a fire and bug type, right? Like Volcarona is, but it's just... nothing really screams, oh, I like this guy, but yeah. He's probably about right here, honestly. He's just not that memorable. Centiskorch is probably a solid B tier for me again. I don't know. Yeah, I would say he's a B tier. I would put him, honestly, below, probably about right, you know what, this one's kind of hard. We'll put him here, above Pyroar. I think he's better than a lot of these guys, and yeah, he's about right there. G-Max Centiskorch, our final one for Gen 8, let's see. This guy doesn't really stand out that much, and he's really tiny. This is probably the shortest G-Max form out there. Like, he is tiny. Like, what? He should be a lot bigger than he is, honestly, but he's not. So, I'm gonna put out a very unpopular opinion, I think. I prefer OG Centiskorch over G-Max. He still looks really cool, but, like, he's tiny. Like, come on. He's kind of a joke, too. I'm not gonna lie. Alright, I will fix the list one more time, and then we will do our final gen, being Gen 9. Alright, so we have Gen 9 to end this all off, and I will say right now that there are a couple Pokemon that aren't included because this list was made, I think, before the DLC came out. So, Gouging Fire, the new Entei form, is probably like an A or S. I love that form. What else? The Fire form Ogerpon, probably like a B. Not really that cool, I believe. And then finally, there's one more I'm forgetting. I think that's it, actually. I think it says Gouging Fire and Fire Ogerpon, right? So they're both really cool. Probably an A for Gouging Fire and a B for Ogerpon. But anyway, Fuecoco, people love this guy. I don't know if I do. Like, he's alright, but I just don't really see myself loving him as much as other people do. So, for me, Fuecoco is probably, probably a low B, I would say. He's just, like, there's something to like about him, and he is cute, but compared to other fire starter, like, first forms, doesn't really stand out that much to me, so, yeah. Also, Crocalor is kind of cooler, but not that much cooler, so probably, right there in low B. Skeledirge, though, is definitely an A. For one big reason. He's a freaking gator. I'm from Florida. I love my gators. And he looks cool. Like, look at this guy. Red and white with fire on it. It looks so cool, right? It fits him so well. And he's a ghost type. Like, come on, dude. You can't beat that. So yeah, for me, Skeledirge is probably about right here. Love this guy. Charcadet, ooh, that's probably a B. I like Charcadet a lot. You know what? Some might not agree with this, but he's gonna go in high B tier for me, I think. Probably about right here. This guy looks really cool. I love him. Armarouge? Is that how you say it? Armarouge or Armarouge? I think it's Armarouge. Alright, so Armarouge, I don't know. Is he better than Charcadet? I would say so. Not by a whole lot, though. We'll put him, like, right here. He's a cool one. I like him. Ceruledge, though, is my favorite Gen 9 Pokemon. Easily. This is an easy-ass S tier. I love this guy. Look at his design, dude. He is phenomenal. Like, the best design from Gen 9. Easily. Easy S tier. Better than Chandelure, in my opinion. Not quite up to Infernape and these guys' levels, but he's definitely high S. Like, I love Ceruledge, because that's how you say it, right? The anime says Ceruledge, not Ceruledge, but yeah. Ceruledge is an easy S. Scovillain? This guy's really cool. I like him. I would say probably an A. No. Yes, probably an A. No. I take it back. Probably a B. Probably a high B, too. Maybe about right here. He's just really cool. I enjoy him, so we'll put him there. You know what? I'm gonna move Flareon and a couple of these to A tier because I'm having second thoughts now. I think Torchic and Chimchar are probably A tier as well, but we're gonna cut up there. So Scorbunny is not quite A tier. Sorry, guys. Iron Moth, the Paradox Volcarona. I kind of prefer the other one better, the fighting type. What is it called? Slitherwing or whatever it's called. That guy's probably better, but this guy's still an A tier, I would say. Yeah. Yeah, I would say so. He's definitely an A. I would say about right here. Like, maybe a low A. Because I think the other form of Volcarona is better. Chi-Yu, the fish guardian, or the fish ruin guy from Gen 9. He's just not that memorable for me. I don't know. There is nothing about him that I can even think about that I like. He looks cool. I will give him that, but not a whole lot going on for him. So he's gonna go in C tier, probably below Fennekin and above Quilava. But yeah, that is it. So there we go. Oh boy, these tier lists are not easy to make. Like, having to second guess myself and think about every single entry on this list, it's a lot of effort. But hope you guys enjoyed watching the tier list. Let me know in the comments, what would you rank these Pokemon? Would you rank, you know, Scorbunny at S tier or Charizard and D tier for you or whatever? Let me know in the comments and I'll see if people agree or disagree. So, yeah, I will be doing more types, by the way. I'll be doing, like, Dragon, Grass, Bug, Electric, Ground, Rock. Every type of Pokemon, I'll be doing a tier list for, hopefully. So, we'll see how that goes. But, thank you all for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, ring the bell, and I will see you guys in the next tier list video. And until then, bye!